Behind home plate, we bringing it to them all day. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Win or lose, we bringing it to you always. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Orange or black, we rebuild the pack. No matter where we at, you know we coming back. Section 336, we on this, so tune in. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Yeah, welcome to Birdland. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Now, here come the boys from Section 336.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Baltimore sports fans of all ages, welcome to Section 336, the next generation of Baltimore sports talk. I am your endearingly stuttering host, Matt Sroka. As always, I'm joined by the button lover, Josh Sroka.
Hey, Matt, when's the last time we recorded something together in the same room?
I literally can't remember.
No, I think it's been at least over a year.
Yeah, like maybe one summer, a year and a half ago, maybe.
Maybe.
Not last summer, the summer before that, maybe.
Probably one of those summers where we convinced ourselves, hey, they're going to make a trade while we're on vacation.
Yeah, trade deadline
talk. So we probably
talk.
did some type of trade deadline talk.
Yeah.
And very few together since Bert left.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
really, it's Bert's fault. It all started downhill with him
I should
leaving.
have called Bert this week. This is normally about the time that Bert gets excited for baseball season, and he'll show up for an episode or two.
Yep.
I want to talk spring training, but hey, this show's probably coming out on Sunday. We're recording on Saturday, but spring training starts on Monday. It's early this year because of the World Baseball Classic.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do some spring training talk.
Well, before we start, this is also the first time that we have given Silas his own microphone.
Yes. Normally he's leaning over into my microphone. We're fighting for mic time, but Silas has his own mic this time. Say hi, Silas.
Hi.
He's just as hesitant to talk into the mic when we give him his own.
Yeah. It's weird. Just pretend the mics aren't there. You're just hanging out with Uncle Josh.
Yep.
Your dad just talking.
Same way you were talking on the trampoline.
Yeah. Yeah, so Josh came up here, saw Silas's last basketball game of the season. And, I mean, he got to experience a busy morning, afternoon here in the Sroka household.
I know. Yeah. You keep it busy. It's been whatever. I don't know what time it is. 3 o'clock, and it's been nonstop going since I pulled up at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Well, welcome to life with 3 kids and life with sports.
Yes, I enjoy that my kids are grown and kind of past that.
Yeah, these days are behind you. But Sas just had a basketball game this morning, then evaluations this afternoon. Sas, how did evaluations go?
I think they went pretty good.
Yeah. All right. You got 3 swings and 3 fly balls and 3 ground balls to show them what you got.
Yeah, evaluations give no chance.
5 swings, 3 ground balls, and 2 fly balls.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, not enough to really see what you can do. But you start travel ball then tomorrow as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sas has a lot going on in his life right now. Also, he started reading. What book did you start reading? And I have to tell you how obnoxious this is because Emily and I have been planning for maybe years how carefully we're going to introduce.
Not Harry Potter.
What are you reading?
Are you reading Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been planning for months how we're going to do it. We thought maybe his 9th birthday. And then he just comes home one day from school and say, oh, look what I got at the library. I already read the first 2 chapters.
Well, you know which Harry Potter book is my favorite?
What?
None of them. I've never read a Harry Potter. You know what Harry Potter movie is my favorite? None of them. I have no desire.
You've never seen a Harry Potter movie?
I've never seen.
I didn't know that.
I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. I've never read a Harry Potter book. I have no desire to ever be involved in the wizardly world of Harry Potter.
You don't even know what house you're in.
I am a Hufflepuff. Is that one?
Hufflepuff.
Well, I don't know.
That's what Silas is, a Hufflepuff. Me and Silas are both Hufflepuffs.
Oh,
sounds about right.
Am I a Hufflepuff, Silas?
I don't know. He's Slytherin. I think Uncle Josh might be Slytherin.
All right, fine. I'm a Slytherin.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought we could do some spring training preview, spring training battles. Before that, we get to that though, Josh. There has been trade talk. I'm surprised we didn't do a pop-up pod for the trade.
Trade talk. You promised me on Thursday. You texted that by Monday. I promise you, the Orioles are signing a pitcher.
Yeah, it's not Monday yet.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't happened. The Orioles haven't announced it yet. But yeah, All right, fine. We can talk about the Valdez thing. It's irritating, and
It's irritating, but it's also the Tigers way overpaid for him.
I don't understand it.
He's not worth that.
They won't pay Tarek Skubal. They won't pay him, and yet somehow this poor franchise that can't pay their Cy Young superstar pitcher can sign Valdez to, I think, the largest annual contract this offseason, if not in the history of baseball. It's just a huge dollar amount per year.
It makes no sense.
I mean, it gives them two studs, but I did not. I mean, we were talking maybe the Orioles could get if it's. We didn't even mention the Tigers. We're talking about the Orioles and the Mets, and I guess the Tigers came out of nowhere when they saw maybe the years dropping, but very surprising.
But we've been having this conversation all offseason of, well, the Tigers can't afford Skubal. So if he wins his arbitration, they're not going to be able to afford him.
Yeah, they already have Skubal.
He won the arbitration, so they got to pay him like $32,000.
Yeah, and they made the Valdez signing before they even found out about that.
And then they made the Valdez signing like a couple of days before.
Yeah.
So was that just a ruse? Did they have all this money?
Yeah. I don't know why they haven't engaged in any extension talks with Skubal then, as opposed to Valdez, because Skubal's a better pitcher.
Right.
I guess the only thing could be Skubal really wants a long-term deal, and this is just 3 years. So maybe when they have one more year of Skubal, this is their pushing all-in moment where they're trying to win this year and kind of pushing all in. I mean, they certainly are now the clear favorites to win the Central. I guess if there's any silver lining, Valdez didn't sign in the AL East like everybody else. So that's something.
So you still think the Orioles will sign Zach Allen?
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. It just makes all the sense in the world because Valdez was their guy. Clearly, Zach Allen will be cheaper. You could probably get him lesser years.
Yes.
He's not going to be the 2-starter, 1 or 2 star like Valdez, but he slots in there nicely as your 3 or 4 guy. Right.
So as we record this,
we need one more pitcher.
As we record this, the Orioles have done nothing.
Right.
They haven't. Well, it's not fair to say they've done nothing this offseason because they've done things. They've shored up areas where they need. They got Pete Alonso.
Oh yeah, they spent $150 on Pete Alonso. What are you talking about here?
They made a trade for a utility guy just the other day because we didn't have Jeremiah Jackson was not the guy you wanted as our utility guy.
According to who? I think Jeremy Jackson played really well last year. I don't understand the trade. I mean, we traded Cade Stroud for Blaze Alexander. This is a classic case, it seems to me, Josh, of trading from weakness into strength, right? Bullpen is one of our weaknesses. Stroud pitched well last year. And so we trade what's a weakness to get a player where we're already strong at. I mean, Blaze Alexander seems to just be Jeremiah Jackson, a right-handed hitter utility player. I
mean, besides having a cooler name, I think he's got to be a better utility, better defense guy or something. He's definitely he's more of, I know it's like 5 years control. Isn't he more of, forget Jeremiah Jackson, he's the Jorge Mateo replacement? Yeah, he seems very much like a Mateo type guy.
Yeah, if you want to make that argument, the Ramon Arias is your Jeremiah Jackson, Jorge Mateo is Blaze Alexander, that kind of deal. Okay, I could see that. But we're going to get to in a little bit it's going to be some interesting spring training battles. But wasn't letting go of Cade Stroud kind of weird?
I like Cade Stroud.
I do too, and he had a good year last year.
Yes, so that's why I have to sit here and tell myself that Blaze is a good addition. And
2 minor leaguers. It just seems like a lot for a guy who's going to play 30 games this year maybe.
No, that's why I need to understand that Blaze is a special player.
Yeah, like, they must see something in Blaze.
I've got to be lying to myself at this point to make it make sense.
Yeah. Josh, I think they're going to sign Zach Gallen. Are you less optimistic that they're going to add another pitcher? You think they're going to roll with what they have?
I think they're going to roll with what they have. And if we roll with what we have, that gives us Trevor Rogers, Keegan Aiken.
What are you talking? Keegan Aiken?
Not Keegan Aiken. Kyle Bradish. I always get those two guys confused. Keegan Aiken. How old is Aiken retired from baseball yet?
No, he's still in our bullpen. He's still
Kyle Bradish, Trevor Rogers, Tyler Wells. Let's see. Who am I missing? Dean Kramer, Shane Baz.
Yeah. Cade Povich.
Cade Povich.
Yeah.
And Zach Eflin.
Yeah, we don't know about Zach Eflin's health at the season, but yeah.
So we still have a reasonable, I know everybody wants this big splash, but to me, Zach Gallen doesn't do much more than Kyle Bradish or Trevor Rogers. And I think, I know our pitching was down last year, but Kyle Bradish and Trevor Rogers weren't. And I feel like how excited were
Well, Kyle Bradish was only here for the last couple months of the season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even Rogers, what Rogers did was he started late May, but he proved the entire season he deserves in that slot. So how excited would be we added Baz, which I like Baz. I think that's a good addition.
Okay, yeah, but Josh, the argument was priority number one in going into this offseason was starting pitching. And one could argue that we didn't make a single starting pitching addition, really, because Baz is just a replacement for Grayson Rodriguez. We got rid of Grayson Rodriguez.
Correct.
And we got Shane Baz. So it's almost like...
Oh, I agree. But
so there's no upgrade. Then we've got Eflin back.
I agree. But as a fan base, we're all down on, all we did was get Pete Alonso. We did nothing for pitching. But I think if we went into this offseason and said, hey, we signed 2 great free agent starting pitchers. We signed Trevor Rogers and Kyle Bradish. We'd be excited to have them in our rotation.
All right, that's
no. I'm telling you,
that's quite a logical little game you're playing in your head.
I'm saying we've got 2 guys that can be legit top of the rotation guys. So I'm excited for that.
Not only did we sign them, Josh, we also signed Samuel Basayo to be our new catcher. So that's been a great signing too.
You're making fun of me, and I know that.
I think you're being dumb.
But I know you say I'm being dumb. My point is, we've made additions internally by having Kyle Bradish back, by having Tyler Wells back. On catching depth by having Basallo. We got Basallo in September. We got Beavers a little bit of highlight into September.
Beavers, yeah.
So those
all
are
great
additions. Those are all great signings that I know as Oriole fans we want to go out there and sign everyone. We've never been able to do that. I'm thankful we signed Pete Alonso. It was a shock to sign Pete Alonso because this organization's never done anything like this. Yes, I wish we would have gotten one of the top pitchers, but we didn't. So now I look at what's left, and I don't care whether or not we get Zach Gallen. I don't care. What's the Giglio guy? Gelato?
Lucas Giolito, yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about him.
What about Justin Verlander? That's your boy.
I love Justin Verlander.
Or Max Scherzer, that's your boy too.
I love Max Scherzer even more. I don't think Max Scherzer has anything left in the tank. Justin Verlander, I will roll the dice on Justin Verlander any day. He has proven I will take that. If you want to hire Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer and tell them you will never pitch, I just want you to sit in the bullpen all day and mentor these young guys, I'd be all for that as well. I have came around on myself to justify not adding a pitcher. And I knew I would because I wanted a pitcher all offseason. But I also, even at the beginning of the offseason, could totally see justification to let's roll it back. And I know that's what no one wants to hear right now. But as I look at the spring roster, when I look at them preparing in Sarasota, I still get excited about our bullpen. In years past, not our bullpen, but our rotation. In years past, I think of the first days of spring training, and what would we do? Hey, let's look and see overweight Chris Tillman come in. Let's see these guys out fishing because they're all old and fat and don't look great. I think we're beyond that. I think we have really good guys coming into Sarasota this week, and I would have loved an ace. We didn't get it.
Yeah,
that's not going to destroy my season.
Yeah, I do think I don't think we should minimize the addition of Shane Baz because I jokingly said it's like kind of your replacement Rodriguez with Baz, but I think talent wise that might be true. But how many games did Grayson Rodriguez play last year?
Right.
The answer is 0. And so Shane Baz is going to pitch in games.
Yes,
and that's someone you didn't have last year, and so that's going to be helpful. And I think the Orioles are really high on him. I think they see his potential as being even better than he was last year. Right. So that's going to be a name to watch.
As excited I am, there's fear. There's fear that Kyle Bradish doesn't bounce back to what he is. There's fear that Trevor Rogers
Turns into a pumpkin.
had an amazing year and can't do that again. And that Tyler Wells doesn't have the fastball he used to have. There's concerns.
Well, and
definitely.
Tyler Wells has been known to have 2, 3, 4, 5 starts, but
Yes.
he's never put together for a full season.
Correct.
And so
We've always
we
seen
don't
the
even know
potential.
if he's a starter or bullpen guy.
Right. I always liked Tyler Wells as the bullpen guy.
Yeah.
So I wanted another arm to
Cade
balance all this
Povich
out.
is a huge question mark, I feel like.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Dean Kramer fan. I know you are.
Yeah, I like Dean.
I'm not a Dean Kramer
I
fan.
think he's just so consistent.
What he is consistently in this rotation. He doesn't do anything, but he's
Oh.
in the rotation.
No, because he'll never be a 1, 2, or 3 starter, but
No,
I think
he's
he's
your
the guy you want
consistent-
at 5.
He's your
fifth starter.
consistent 5. He's
Yeah.
always the 5.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, but wouldn't you rather sign someone so that you don't need
That's what I-
your
that's why I wanna
5?
try Zach
You
Allen.
sign someone, you bump that 5 out.
That's why I want to sign Zach Allen.
All right.
Absolutely. I don't disagree there. I mean, I don't think we should sleep on the offensive upgrades. So last year, the Orioles in runs scored. Do you know where they ranked last year in all of baseball in runs
I
scored?
would say 23rd.
Very close. 24.
Hey, I'm good at this game.
Do you know what their starting pitching ranked last year?
27.
24.
All right.
So it's the same. So clearly, like I
Hey,
think,
ask me about the bullpen.
where did the bullpen finish?
24.
I don't have that. I don't have that pulled up. I can pull it up here in a second. But
Yeah, I thought we were just on a 24
it'd be fun
kick
if
here.
they.
I would say 27.
I have it pulled up right here, and it was 25.
Hey,
Pretty close.
I'm disappointed in the bullpen. Why couldn't you be 24?
Yeah. The bullpen was a problem last year.
It was.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. That's again
But-
goes back to the Kate Stroud deal. I'm not sure if we really fully. I mean, clearly we haven't fully addressed it. I don't know if the Ryan
What's
Helsley deal is good enough.
This is the first time, I'll say with our bullpen, this is the first time going into spring training where I look at our bullpen. I'm like, I don't know. Could be any though. Could be
Yeah.
any. You can set it up any way you want. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. We have a lot of pitchers coming in.
Helsley's your number 9. That's all we really know for now, right?
Right. Exactly. That's all we know.
I don't know. Like it could be Cano, it could be Kittredge, it could be Dietrich Enns,
It could be Wells.
it could be Wells. Yeah,
We don't know. It's
this
funny.
is a lot of question marks in the
Yes.
bullpen. But going back to my original point, offense was 24th
Yes.
in terms of runs.
And-
that was an area that needed upgrades.
And that was the biggest thing we felt during the season. How many times did we say, all right, we're in this game if we just get a run or two? And we didn't. We couldn't do it. How many times did we leave guys on base?
Yeah.
It was that's the part that was so frustrating watching the Orioles last season is you're like,
Yeah.
we have offensive stars. They're not scoring runs.
Right.
Yeah.
And with the addition,
we get on base, but we don't score.
Yeah. And with the addition of Pete Alonso and the addition of Taylor Ward, and as Josh likes to say, the signings of Beavers and Basile.
The additions.
The additions.
The signings was a joke saying, hey, if they were signings, we'd be excited.
No,
and somehow because they're additions, we're not as excited for them.
Yeah, it feels like on paper, offensively, I have no question. Like I feel great about the lineup, top to bottom. I think everything we want to
I
do
agree.
in the offseason offensively, we've addressed. Specifically, right-handed hitters with Ward and Alonso, we've addressed that.
Yes.
Hey, just out of curiosity, how you stack in? Let's say you're going up against a right-handed pitcher. What does our 1 through 4 look like? How you stacking these hitters? I mean, we got Holiday,
Yeah,
we got
I'm
Gunner,
putting-
we got Alonso. How
I'm
you stacking it? Ward? How you stacking it?
Let's see. Holiday 1,
Okay.
Gunner 2.
You're doing back-to-back lefties. You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Holiday, Gunner. Actually, you know what? Let me back off. Let's mix it up. Let's go Holiday, Rutschman,
Oh my
Gunner.
gosh.
So we'll do left, right. And then I'll go to Alonso in 4, and I'll put
Alonso.
Ward in 5.
Well, who was 3?
Gunner.
Gunner.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I love Westberg.
Yeah.
I like West at
Yeah.
the top of my lineup.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
not Rutschman.
No.
Put Westberg in
Put
there.
Westberg
Thank
at
you.
2. I like Westberg at leadoff.
I like Rutschman bat number 10 if he could.
I I like that you have completely turned on Rutschman. Last year, I turned on Rutschman and said he was fat and overweight and not playing up to himself. This season, you've turned up. I will say there's been no Instagram videos of Rutschman working out.
Yeah. There wasn't last year. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would say Rutschman.
I'm
batting
very
at fifth.
interested to see how Rutschman handles the pressure of Samuel Basallo being up.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to watch.
All
in
right, so
terms
you're
of
right.
catches.
I really like Westberg in the leadoff slot. I think as an organization, they really want Holiday in that slot.
I think also
Westberg's amazing though at hitting with runners on base.
yes, and I think it just makes sense the lefty righty thing with Westberg.
Yeah, so if we go Holiday, Westberg, Gunnar, then we go Alonso,
Then
Ward.
Rutschman.
That's probably where you have Rutschman. You probably have Rutschman after Ward in that 6 hole, and then that gives you Beavers, Kowser,
Basallo in there too somewhere.
and Basallo as your final 3.
Yeah.
That's a strong lineup.
It is. I would actually switch. I would go with Gunner 1. I like Gunner in the leadoff, like we used to have it.
I'm okay with that.
And then if you go
So then you're going Gunnar, Westberg, Holiday?
Gunner Westberg, no, I'm probably going Gunner Westberg, Alonso with my top 3.
All right, you're putting Alonso right there. Like, let's get some points on the board immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I don't know. And then I would probably actually go Basallo, then Ward, and
That's where it's
you
like...
you have a lot of. It should be interesting. A lot of creative
there's-
flexibility.
As excited as I am about the lineup, there's guys that I need to prove it. Like, I need
Yeah.
Kowser to show me that you can really be what I think you can be. I need Basallo and Beavers to show me that you can make that step from AAA hit-in to Major League hit-in. Those are my big question marks in this lineup. And Rutschman, that you're going to bounce back.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I look at this lineup, I have more confidence in Basallo right now than I do in Rutschman.
If
If you ask me like who's
Yeah.
going to have a better
And-
year,
Yeah.
I would say Basallo. I mean, maybe that's just because shiny new toy.
And don't forget, how do we mix Mountcastle into this?
Well, Mountcastle and Kobe Mayo.
Yeah, and Mayo, of course.
I don't know how they fit.
No, because when we just did that lineup, neither of those guys is in it.
Right.
And we already filled the DH. We gave Rutschman the DH, clearly.
And our right-handed bench spots, I thought we mentioned Jeremiah Jackson, Blaze Alexander.
Right.
Here's 2 other righties.
Yeah.
Mayo and Mountcastle.
Right. And our who do we have? Yeah, we've got Kowser, Ward, and Beavers in the outfield. So those are the bench spots.
One Tyler O'Neill has to have a spot for Tyler O'Neill.
Just for opening day.
Yeah, opening day.
Opening
He'll
day,
hit
and
a home
then-
run or
just
two.
for opening
And
day,
then he can go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. This is why I keep thinking. This is why for a month and a half now, at least, I was telling you the Orioles are going to make a trade for pitching because we have these guys.
Right. It seems like, especially Ryan Mountcastle or Kobe Mayo.
Ryan Mountcastle, Kobe Mayo, that we don't have room for, but there are so many other teams they can be your starting first baseman.
Yeah. We'll see when we get in the spring
Yeah.
training, any injuries that happen. We'll see. Both on the
Yeah.
Orioles and on other teams.
Of course.
I'm very interested to see how the coaching staff handles this.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Isn't that part of the excitement also going into spring training that we have a full new coaching staff? We're like, I hated Brandon Hyde.
I know.
And I made that clear all year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
To the point I thought it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
yes, you did.
Disrespectful for our manager.
And it probably was, but I am glad to move on from Brandon Hyde. I am interested to see. Suddenly, it's like we have a new staff in there, and it's like if Brandon Hyde who was making these roster decisions, who was making these lineup constructions. We talked many times about how much control is Mike Elias. Like, is Brandon Hyde just a face of Mike Elias' decisions, or was this stupid lineup construction Brandon Hyde's thing, or will we see a manager that actually knows how to construct lineup, knows when to pinch hit?
Well, I mean, we saw a little change. We did see some change when Tony Manzolino took over.
We did.
In terms of lineup construction
Yes.
and less platooning.
Well, if you remember, the first thing Tony did was go to Holiday and say, "You're going to play every day." What? It
You mean
took
Mayo?
that- No. He went to Holiday because Holiday was being platooned.
Okay, well, Mayo started playing every day too.
Yeah.
And Mateo started playing in the outfield.
True. Well, I don't like that, but yes.
Yeah.
But so that would say the manager has more control. So I'm interested to see how it gets done this year, how Craig handles it.
Yeah. So let's get into the spring training. Let's stick offensively since we're just talking about it. Who on this roster is? I mean, I assume the starters we just locked up, right? And so that means the guys that we didn't name are all kind of on the bubble,
Yes.
right? And
Oh,
so, if offensively, who has the most to play for this spring training? Like on the one hand, a guy like Ryan Mountcastle, maybe you might see because he's kind of on the bubble and plays the same position
Right.
as Pete Alonso. But on the other hand, you have how many 5-6 years of track record with Ryan Mountcastle? So I think you know what
Yes,
would spring
but-
training really make a difference for Ryan Mountcastle given
The
his long
be-
track record?
The best thing for Ryan Mountcastle would be a change of scenery. I really think we destroyed Ryan Mountcastle by
wall?
moving the wall.
Yeah.
And I've talked about this in previous years. You see his numbers change when suddenly he can't hit the ball over the fence and he has to be a double machine, and he hasn't been able to be a double machine. Yeah. So I really think a change of scenery is best for him. So if he can come into spring strong and be this extra guy, that's probably a good trade chip opportunity. I think that's a good opportunity for him. I think these extra utility guys have a good opportunity. Blaze, for instance.
Yeah, I feel like it's important for him.
I think
he's got to prove his spot.
He's got to prove his spot, and he's going to have a great opportunity because Gunner's going to be gone for a while to do the World Baseball Classic, which gives opportunities for Blaze to kind of prove that he can play with the big boys.
Yeah. And he's going to be new to the Orioles coaching staff.
Yes.
So,
but they all are. The coaching
that's
staff's
true.
new.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Is Tony Manzolino still a manager?
No.
Okay.
It's now Craig Habernez. And I don't know where Manzolino ended up. He ended up somewhere else.
He had some interviews. He did sign with someone else. I guess I'm also excited for Pete Alonso comes into this team as the instant leader.
Yeah. And he seems like it too. If you look at his comments he's been making, he seems like he's comfortable at that role.
Yeah, and like the quotes where you saw quotes coming out of him, how he texted Jackson Holiday immediately and stuff, and it's like stuff like that is exciting. Tony is going to be the third base coach for your Atlanta Braves.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Atlanta Braves connection. We can see him when we see a Braves game. Yeah, I mean, it should be interesting. I think when I think about importance for spring training for offensive guys, I mean, you mentioned Colton Cowser's struggle last year. I think guys I know they're going to make the team, but Adley Rutschman and Colton Cowser, I would like to see them get off to decent springs, just given their year last year.
Is there anything that Heston Kjerstad can do to make the team? Is there any way that we can fit him onto the team? He has had so many medical issues, and not given the full opportunities and never been able to make that jump from Norfolk to the majors, and then suddenly we'll send him back to Norfolk and all hit bombs again.
Yeah, I feel like he's proven himself at Norfolk.
He's proven himself at Norfolk over and over again. Can we make room for him on this bench? It seems like it's a really crowded bench at the moment.
Yeah, and if you're
I feel like you can. We just have too many players.
Yeah, and I mean, and maybe what's better for Heston though, since he's been injured so often, is let him play every day in Norfolk, stay healthy for a month or 2 months, and then let's have this conversation again in May.
Yeah,
seems like the way to go. So, but you just hope that Heston. I assume he's coming in the spring training healthy. You never know,
right.
But you hope he can just have a healthy spring training.
and he's got another week. This week it's just pitchers and catchers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just don't touch anything. Don't do anything. Just stay healthy. But the offensive side of things feels pretty set. And so we'll have to watch out, like Salah said, what the coaching staff does with Mayo and Mountcastle. But other than that, the team seems pretty set. And then, of course, injury watch because people will get injured.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. And so I guess we can revisit the pitching staff. Josh, is there anyone who's like pitching for their life on this team? I mean, not Wells. Rogers is a lock for the rotation.
Yes.
Bradish is a lock for the rotation.
Yeah.
Baz is a lock
Stop
for the rotation.
Yep.
Kramer is a lock.
No. But I'm not a Kramer fan. No, I think what's going to be interesting to watch with pitching is that 4 and 5 slot because you have a mix of Kramer, Wells, Eflin. We don't know health wise. Povich. We've got a mix there. So the easy thing would be to pencil Kramer in 4, and then you're going to have Wells or Povich in 5.
Yeah,
and then leave Eflin out for a little bit, but I'm not sure.
Right, I think.
Yeah.
Coming in, I would imagine the favorites to win the spots. Like if you were to line up right now, it would be Kramer then Wells to finish it out, I think, and then that would put Eflin and Povich on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you add Zach Gallen, then it becomes or someone else, it becomes a tougher conversation about who gets left out. And that spring training might matter a little bit more than who pitches the best spring training.
I agree.
Is there anyone from the non-roster spring training invites? Looked like I'm looking at the list. There's 15 pitchers, 5 catchers, 6 infielders, 4 outfielders. Anyone else, Josh? Anyone in that list that either you think has a legit shot at making the team, or you're just really intrigued to see?
I mean, I am intrigued always to see Enrique Bradfield Jr.
Yeah.
I do not think he's ready for this outfield, but I'm always intrigued to see, did he put on some weight? Can he hit the ball better? So that one will always intrigue me. I am on the pitching side. Luis de Leon is intriguing as a left-hand guy that can make a difference in our bullpen as well.
Yeah, in terms of the pitching staff, our top pitching prospect on that list, I believe, is Trey Gibson, and he's a starter.
Yeah.
And he seems to be the next guy after those guys we already talked about to be competing for the starting rotation. I assume Chase McDermott, we didn't talk about him, but I assume he's going to be in the bullpen. I think maybe his days as starter is over. Not only that, but Trey Gibson's the Liberty boy, so I always root for Liberty boys. So Trey Gibson, he's on the pitching side is the most intriguing to me. Also, in terms of has a shot at making the squad, I mean, Albert Suarez has a legitimate shot of making this team, even though he's not on the 40-man.
Yeah, he's a good chance to get into that roster.
Yeah, catchers, no one really intriguing. I know Silas is a fan of Silas, but and then we have, I think Maverick Hanley is probably the favorite to be the third catcher. But
there's nothing to get excited for on the catcher because we've got Rutschman, we've got Basalo.
We're set there for the next decade. In the infielder spot, I know Ryan Noda had an intriguing kind of appearance as O'Hearn's replacement last year, so that's kind of interesting.
But again,
there's really no room for him.
We've got depth.
Yeah, And in outfielders, I'm kind of intrigued with kind of all these outfielders. Judd Fabian is a good prospect.
Another guy who we need him. We kind of want to see him take more of that next step.
Yeah, and Joaquin Noel. I mean, that's a big boy, power hitting guy who we picked up off waivers. So he should be interesting to watch too. But I don't see any of these outfielders or infielders making the team. I think Trey Gibson might need a couple injuries and to play really well. And Albert Suarez, I think, has a legit shot, but that's kind of it. And who knows with some of these other bullpen pieces, how that'll shake out.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
But I agree. I think we're all intrigued both because of his high draft capital and the unique skill set of just being super fast and elite outfield defensively. I think we're all dreaming on how the Orioles could use an Enrique Bradfield, even if he's not an everyday player. Come August, September,
we saw him as the Mateo replacement.
Yeah, but a guy can actually play the field.
Yeah, add that speed. And when we're going into this with Cowser as our center fielder, and a left field where it's going to have to be Dylan Beavers, it gets you questioning and wishing you had someone with more speed and someone with more range. So I would love to see Enrique make that jump. We've never seen his bat work.
Yeah, and the center field position is unique because there's no one really else on the roster who we feel comfortable with as being center fielder every day. And we don't even feel great about Colton Cowser being our everyday center fielder.
No.
Nope.
And so I think we really want Enrique Bradfield to be that guy. But what you need to watch from Enrique is he needs to get on base a bunch, whatever it takes. Bunts, walks. He just needs to get on base. And he needs to show a little bit of pop. If he can show a little bit of pop, I think he has a shot. The defensive skills and speed are there.
I don't want to get into a Cedric Mullins situation again, where Cedric was given that center field position before he deserved it and kind of crowned as this is your home.
Well, he's not going to be in
and
that.
You had to get there, and he's up there, and he could not handle it.
Yeah.
So I am concerned about that.
Yeah. Though who would you rather have right now as your starting center fielder going into 2026?
Enrique Bradfield Jr.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Colton Cowser or Cedric Mullins?
I'm okay with letting go of Cedric Mullins. I hope he has a great year with Tampa, but I'm okay that he is no longer on my team.
Yeah.
Cedric Mullins made diamond plays that looked amazing.
Yeah.
And on TV, it looked so good. But you go back and
Not
look
to mention home run saving catches.
Yes, but you go back and look at the metrics, and
Oh,
it's like
metrics.
You look at the metrics, and a lot of those plays, other out center fielders would have caught them standing up, and he had to do the extra work.
I don't think that's
and
true
make
at
it
all.
look
I don't think
flashy,
that's true.
Where he is a below. He's not. He's an average center fielder. I'm not going to say below average.
That's insane. No, he is a Gold Glove winning center fielder. He would always get great jumps. The only thing I can think of why that I don't understand how that could be true because he would always get great jumps. Maybe his legs are too little and he takes little steps so he can't cover as much ground. Is it a
Maybe.
stride issue? Is that the problem? The feet per stride. Those stats never made sense. And this is, I mean. Do you trust the eyeball over defensive metrics that no one can explain?
You know me, I always trust my eyeball more.
Yeah. So I was surprised that you're coming on this side of the Cedric Mullins discussion.
It's also his arm.
Right. He doesn't
does
have
not
the strongest
a good
arm. Yeah.
for a center fielder.
Yeah. His arm's better than yours.
And the metrics say that he makes bad jumps. He's not consistent at those great jumps.
I don't know if that's true. It looks like on the TV that he gets good jumps, but what do I know? What do I know?
Good luck in Tampa. I hope he plays really well there.
Yeah, I think he'll get a chance to play a lot, and we do. Not when he plays the Orioles, but against everybody else.
Well, I'm not worried. When you look at all the projections, Tampa is the only team in the AL East that has not improved.
Okay, I know, Judge, but
So
Tampa
I'm
Bay
okay.
can be sneaky.
Tampa Bay
They can
is the
take these
sneaky
guys you
ones.
never heard of, and they turn into great pitchers, and
That is
they
true.
can be sneaky. And they're going to get their home field back again, aren't they?
They are.
I just got an email from them. The roof is looking good. They're putting new turf on the field.
And they announced their new stadium.
Oh, did they?
They had some renderings this week of their
In Tampa Bay or St. Petersburg?
or
somewhere in between.
somewhere over there. I don't know. Yeah. They're calling it their new forever home, which I don't like because that means, we're going to build this stadium and you're never getting another one.
Well, it's also, I think, because that's the way to saying we're not going to Montreal or something.
Yeah, I think it's saying we're staying in
We're
town.
staying here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just sounds funny when you say, here's your stadium. You're going to be here forever.
Yeah. And as we mentioned last episode, kind of the best part about the spring training is we'll be able to actually watch more of these games. You mean it's like 20 games to be televised?
Yes. Thank you.
Between that and the World Baseball Classic, we're going to get a lot of baseball in February and March.
And when the season starts, there's no more Masson 2. So you just turn on Masson to watch the Orioles.
That's not an issue for us, but yeah.
There's no question of which channel is it on, 1 or 2?
Yeah.
So there's no more
So
of
what
that.
are the Nationals on?
The Nationals have not announced it yet. It sounds like they are part of the Major League Baseball has taken a lot of streaming and a lot of TV rights in-house, and I believe that's where the Nationals are going.
Okay.
To in-house Major League Baseball. I hope the Orioles do as well one day. It works out great for people out of market and in market because it gets rid of blackouts when you do that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think the Orioles are making too much money off blackjack and billiards to give up Masson. And maybe they'll rodeo.
And some cornhole tournaments.
Cornhole tournaments, exactly.
I don't know what else they have.
I don't know what they have either. Now that we're out of market,
Not
I don't
original
watch
programming.
Masson.
Yeah. All right. Any other spring training storylines to watch? Eddie, I don't know. You checked out the spring training giveaways. I know you're going to go down there for
Oh,
for a weekend?
I haven't looked at the giveaways.
Okay.
I am going to go down. I believe it's March 15th and 16th. It lines up with spring break in Florida, so we're going to make the trip over to Sarasota then. I believe they play the Red Sox that Monday, so Mike O'Mara and I are going to get some tickets together and go check out these teams.
All right.
But I don't know about you. I'm just glad baseball's back. I don't care
Yeah.
about the Super Bowl being tomorrow. I'm excited that baseball starts with spring training on Monday. And, like, there's Olympics going on now. I don't care about
Yeah.
the Olympics. Give me the World Baseball Classic in 3 weeks. All this stuff excites me. I'm excited for baseball to be back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still pumped about the idea of Pete Alonso hitting the Mills lineup. It's
Right.
gonna
Yeah.
be fun to watch every day, and he is an everyday player.
Right.
So that's gonna be just a lot of fun.
This
to watch.
week the headlines are going to be pitching because pitchers and catchers report. But I think it's probably Friday or something where the offense shows up, and they'll probably show up early. And at some point we're going to get all the pictures of Pete Alonso, his first time in the Orioles jersey, first time doing batting practice in Sarasota. That stuff's exciting.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, to wrap it up here.
I think this is a good place. Do we normally do bold predictions before spring training starts?
No, after. I'm not
After we
ready.
do
I'm not
both-
ready. I need to see some spring training. I need to see who's
Yeah.
hurt.
Right.
I need a
think
little more. We'll do like a week before.
a week
the season
before
starts.
opening day.
Yeah. We'll do some bold predictions.
All right. I can't wait.
All right. There's gonna be a lot of Pete Alonso bold predictions for me.
Are we getting 336 back to weekly?
Yeah. Once the season starts.
I mean, we're here. We going back weekly with spring training.
Oh,
Or
be
you-
some.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of pitchers throwing bullpen sessions.
Right.
We can do an episode on that, I guess.
No. But baseball season's almost here.
Hey, do you have a Super Bowl prediction? It is Super Bowl week.
Yeah. Don't care. I am gonna root for the Seahawks because they are not the Patriots.
Yeah.
Do you agree, Silas? Yeah. I think the rest, anyone outside of New England, is rooting for the Seahawks.
The truth is, anyone outside of New England and Seattle doesn't care. Those fan bases, like, besides their fan bases, they don't have people that are like, oh, I can see them winning. I can cheer them on.
Tom Brady didn't care, but then he cared, so he did a little flip flopping.
Oh, now he's back. What's he on the Patriots
Yeah, he's
bandwagon?
on the Patriots now.
You think
but
he
he's a little
got-
conflicted because his new coach is the coordinator for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So a little bit conflicted there
yeah.
because
Well,
he's an
did he-
announcer and an owner of the Raiders.
Yeah.
and a former Patriot. He's got a lot of hands in.
Right. No, I know. He's the most conflicted guy.
Usually, when a player retires that you hate, thankfully he's retired. You don't deal with him anymore. How obnoxious is the Tom Brady that now he's retired? He's still in the news.
And they
all the time.
just changed the rules to keep Tom Brady around. Just like when he was a player.
Yeah, just go away already. All right. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to bully football, but yeah, we're all rooting for the Seahawks. So go Hawks. We say that a lot in our house. Go Hawks.
Is that what they say out there?
Yeah, I think they call them the Hawks.
I know they've got like the 12th man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But do they say go Hawks?
I think they say go Hawks.
Like we say go Birds?
Yeah. Probably.
Probably. Who knows? Not go see.
All right, boys and girls. Well, thanks for listening. Write us a review on Apple Podcasts if you haven't already. Silas, thanks for joining us.
Way to use that microphone, Silas.
Silas, you trying to be a regular guest on the show?
Yeah.
Silas always wants to join the podcast with good reason. Talk about the Orioles.
Yeah. Except I don't think he wants to talk about the Orioles. I think he wants to just hear us talk about the Orioles and give us all, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with Silas's own segment where he can kind of focus on something he's noticed or something he wants to talk about.
Yeah.
To work that in and get a good name for it. All right, boys and girls, thanks for listening. Follow us on all your social media platforms. You can follow me on X at Section336. Follow Josh on X.
At Josh Soroka.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls. And as always, go O's.
Let me hear you now, say can you see? Orange and purple are the colors we bleed. Robinson and River. Check the